Previously, the kids were going crazy and I jumped in the car and we just left. I'd get my corner organized where I'm gonna be working on these projects. I'm gonna take all the saran wrap off and then I'm gonna start scraping it. I realize why people say they don't like to use paint stripper. Oh no, I made a mistake. Put it in the burn pile and these spindles are a hot mess. Hi guys, and welcome back. We are the Crystals. Last year, we sold all of our stuff to live and travel in our RV full time. It was an amazing adventure, but now we're in search of our next chapter. Welcome back to the vlog. It is Thursday morning. We're all at the house today. We're working on a variety of projects. We're moving and grooving. We have a lot going on. We just went over all of the projects we have left to do, and I would say we're a little over halfway for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and get started so that I can move on from this and start working on something upstairs with them. All right guys, the time has come for me to stain this piece of wood. I'm nervous, I'm excited. I hope I did everything right to get to this point, and I hope it's just gonna turn out like I want it to and be right. I have my rag and I also have other dry rags over there. I'm gonna go ahead and open this stain. Let me put my glove on. Carry the rest of my pieces of furniture down here because I need to start painting the side tables and I want to stain the top of that other one, and I need to sand that other piece of furniture. So I'm not gonna take you guys and do that. You've seen enough sanding by now, but I will be back in a minute. Hey guys, when I was sanding, the email lady came, so I'm excited because I'm pretty sure this is my paint. I wasn't gonna open it, but I figured I probably should make sure it isn't upside down or anything. Wow, it's in multiple boxes. The paint, but I didn't want it to spill, so. Whew. It's heavy. So this is the paint that I'm using. It's General Finishes water-based milk paint in Snow White. So I'm gonna be using this for the legs and for the two side tables for sure. This is just what my aunt uses, and she does a lot of furniture, so this is what I'm using myself. I'm excited to use this, see how it works. I'll drop a link below to the Amazon store where I got this from. I ended up coming back and putting another coat on this, and I'm letting it sit as long as I possibly can because I want it pretty dark. And now I'm gonna start working on these while I'm waiting on that. I'm stirring this paint pretty thick. One more time and I think I'll be done with the staining. Hoping this gives me a very dark, rich tone. Look at that compared to that. Looks way better. And then I also remembered I have this piece of furniture. I painted this a long time ago when we moved into our old house. So I'm gonna get it cleaned up and I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat of paint on this too. Just freshen it up. I'm trying to freshen up all the furniture that we have before I start bringing in new furniture or anything like that. It's pretty dark. I'm pretty happy with it, but I am going to do one more coat of stain on here and try to get it a little bit darker. We'll see if it works. I don't know. It said to wait about 2 hours, and it's been 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust this open, get my glove on. You definitely want to wear gloves. This is a hot mess for sure. How it's gonna look. I really think the top of this wood is so pretty. Hey guys, it's Thursday evening. I'm back at the house. The kids and I went home, took a nap. We're back. We brought some pizza for dinner, and I'm just checking on my furniture down here. I should have really put my layer of polyurethane on this today. I think that's how you say it, but I didn't because I really want to make sure this is as dark as I want it. As you can see on this item right here, it came out way darker, and I like the black. So I'm kind of just wanting to make sure I don't want to get a little bit darker on this before I seal it up and we call it a day. These tables have turned out great so far. I have a smaller brush coming tomorrow. I've been using a 3-inch brush. Now before you start saying, whoa Deanna, that's huge, it's simply because I can't go into Lowe's to return it, and I just really didn't want to go to Lowe's again, but I'm gonna have to anyways because Chubs needs more mud, and I'm gonna get an inch brush to help around these edges, get them smooth and all of that. So these look really good. My bookshelf looks really good. Everything is crisp, clean, white. I'm gonna try to paint these white. I don't know if I can do that without getting a ton of white on this part. We're gonna have to find out together on that one. I'll have to be very careful.
2 days later.
I'm back at it. Saturday morning. My goal is to get one more stain on this. I want to get it a tad bit darker than it is. I'm going to try to paint these spindles today. Everything's looking so good. I'm super excited to see how much darker I can get this, because if I can get it a little bit darker, that'd be really nice. So let me go ahead and give it a try, and we'll go from there. My whole mission has been to paint these white. I just think they look so much better with the white bottoms. I got a smaller brush, and it is working way better today. That big brush was not gonna fly on this. I'm probably gonna have to do a couple coats on here, but I'm glad I went ahead and just went for it, because now that I went to all the effort to take the black paint off, I just need to paint it white, so then I'll like them even more. I let this sit here for 20 minutes, so now I'm gonna wipe it off. Hopefully I'm getting a more richer, darker color that I'm looking for. Let's see.
The next day.
I did another coat last night. It just isn't giving off the darkness that I want. So I'm gonna go over this with this ebony stain because I want to get it more black like this right here. And to achieve this look, I'm gonna have to go with a different stain because this must be different wood and it's showing up way different. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the ebony black, and I hope it'll give me the same very dark look like this. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. I hope I'm getting closer to the color. I realized that the longer I wait, about 15 minutes is a good time. 20 is a little too much, but I'm hopeful that this is gonna make this way darker than it was before. So I was editing this video and I realized my camera died when I went to wipe off the stain. So I didn't get to show you guys the finished product, but I absolutely loved the way it ended up turning out once I switched to the ebony stain, which is a much darker stain. I would highly suggest that if you decide to stain something, you should not have to do it 5 times to get the color that you want. At least for me, I wanted black. The first stain I used was Minwax Dark Walnut, and I used it on the tiered table and it turned out exactly like the video did, but that was a solid piece of wood. I believe that since my coffee table was a veneer coffee table. It didn't pick up the dark walnut like the tier table did because that was solid wood. And so going to the darker ebony stain, it gave me the black look that I was looking for that was achieved in the tier table, but I was unable to achieve on the coffee table because it was veneer. I would say if you have to go beyond 2 times, 3 times, definitely look into the stain that you're using and if it is the actual color that you want. With the black, next time I'll just go with black. That's what I'm gonna go with, a Win Max, like the ebony color that I used, which I will link that below so you can see that. Even though I didn't know how to do this, I've never done this before, I'm so thankful that I let go of my fears and went ahead and gave it a shot because things went way better than I expected and they look so much better now that they're all refreshed and nice and pretty. I'm super excited how these pieces turned out for me. Let's get back to the video. I am back to finish this project. I'm going to be almost completed with it. I have done 2 coats of polyurethane on the top here, and then I also have painted 3 coats of Snow White General Finishes paint down here. But I'm gonna finish this now. I'm gonna add my 3rd coat to the top of this, and that'll make this piece complete. I also have a little 400 grit sandpaper to kind of sand it down a little bit before I put this final coat on, and then I'll wait another day and then I'll sand it again with this. This one has been a little bit more difficult because these right here are between this layer and this layer versus this was all beneath. I had no problem not getting paint up there, but I did get paint in a few places, like right there. There's very tiny specks and most people probably wouldn't notice them. So I'm gonna definitely get my little elbow into it as I sand with this 400 grit paper so I can get these specks off. And then I'll also be doing a final polyurethane coat on this. Let me go ahead and get this done so that I can finish these.
Guys, we have a stink bug.
Today. Super excited about all the progress going on in the house. Every day is one step closer to living in this house, which I still can't believe that we're gonna get to live here. A lot of people ask how they can help support our channel. The best thing you can do is give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll chat next time. Bye!